Well, hello, all my model car building buddies. This here is Glenn's Models. I'm Glenn, and trust me when I say there's no artificial intelligence here. We don't even got the real thing, you know. So let me go over here. SpotlightHobbies.com, invisible.com, no less. Got a few new things in. Gonna have to tell you about it, and y'all gonna have to listen. From Revel, they got the wide sides 1980 Ford six-wheeler dually pickup. It's got the extra fender, wide fenders on the back and dual wheels on it. That is really cool. I painted a few of those. I know those trucks well. They also got a Hasegawa Mini Cooper S. It's the new version, not the old-timey one. Countryman all four, which I'm thinking is like all four wheels pull, like four-wheel, all-wheel drive. And the other thing is the Hasegawa, they got the 1/24th scale girls. There's two in each pack, and there's two from the 70s, two from the 80s, two from the 90s, and a different set of two from the 90s. And then companion girls, which I'm not sure what it means, but they look pretty good on the picture. Yeah, it's 5 sets of 2 different girls that you can get to go on your dioramas, layouts, tracks, dresser, wherever you want to put them, I guess. Okay, well, I got news, and I don't know if it's bad news or not, but it's news. I am officially out of paint, and believe it or not, for the first time in my life, I'm out of glue. I ain't kidding. I squeezed the last little bit out of my tester's tube a little while ago, and that's it. No more. Which puts a halt to my modeling. I can, put together little sub-assembly packs, that I can glue together later, but that's about it. Till I get my check on the 3rd and get up to Hobby Lobby, I gotta get paint, glue, plaster. I'm almost out of plastruct. I've been building a lot here lately. And yeah, so, I ain't got a whole lot to show you. As a matter of fact, that's the end of my show. I will see y'all. I'm kidding. You know better than that. I wouldn't do that. Grandpa Munster, Herman Munster. I glued little pads on their feet, so they didn't tip over. That's something else. I got to get that acrylic paint. I like to use that stuff for the paint those guys. Let me see. Wow, what do I got? Okay, well, I have done. Let me get this guy out here. Set the camera down. Okay, I was having trouble with the windshield where it used. You do it, thing. Get my name right, dang it. I'm working on it. It's hard to think and talk at the same time. Yeah, tell me about it. The windshield, the cowl stopped right here before. And if I put the windshield in, it's going to be leaning way back, which never looks good in a T-bucket windshield type. These tall ones. I don't think it would look good. So I was thinking, wow, I'm going to have to split it here and stretch the front. No, that messes this flow. That's a pretty flow right there, man. It's just perfect. And so, I just got to put this up here, and I got it bondoed in, mutagen. Yeah, instead of bringing this out to stand the windshield up, I'm just giving her a little more cowling here. And then, see, now the windshield will stand up. But that's all I got done. I know that ain't much, is it? Oh, no. One more thing is I took those headlights off the front because I just didn't like them. You know why? They weren't Munstery headlights. Munster headlights are made out of porch lights. So that's another thing I need from Hobby Lobby. They got train stuff. I hope they still got train stuff. And they got those street lights. The street lights look just enough like porch lights to use, and I get a pair of those to go on. I actually get like 4 of them because it should have a pair coming up from the back corners to it being a hearse and all. Oh my goodness! And I got a lot of talking to do. Let me see. I gotta check my. Let me show you this real quick. This is kind of. Let me turn off the light. Okay. This is my Aunt Ruby, who passed away, I think last year or year before last. I love her so much. And this is my Uncle Jack, who passed away a few years earlier. But this is the guy I was telling you about that was painting the old T model with the straight lacquer and got it warm first or hot first and then painted it with a brush. Just like he would do everything just like they did back in the day. And yeah, he's a good old dude. So intelligent, man. I once saw him rebuild a tractor motor with nothing but a piece of barbed wire and a Twinkie. I ain't kidding you, man. He knows how to do stuff. My Aunt Ruby does a lot of knitting. Give her that. Okay, I just wanted to mention that because that's my uncle and aunt. They're brother and sister. They weren't married. I make that distinction. Okay, well, I did a little bit to the steam thing. I'm not sure if I should show. I'm going to show you. I got to move careful. I don't want to tip it all off. Get it into the picture. There we go. There we go. Let me see. The light help? Not a lot. Yeah, gonna leave the light on. They leave the light on for you. Chug-a-chugs, and this is not accurate as you would see in a truck. I mean, a train or a steam-powered vehicle. It's cartoon. Dang it. Pay attention. It's cartoon. There's another one on the other side, but I don't have it assembled because it'll all fall off. Until I paint it, I can't assemble it. I need to paint the parts separate and then put them on there. Neat though, huh? And I put an extra piece under here to raise it up just a little bit. I cut part off of a second one and put it on there. It looks better raised up like that. It fits better. And I'm gonna make a little turnout here so the smoke goes back. I got some cool handlebars I'm working on. It goes from here way up here because that's where his arm ends up. Right about here. So I can put some big old ape hangers on it. Love ape hangers, man. I used to have Stingray bikes the whole time I was growing up, man. Stingray bikes with ape hangers and banana seats, ducktail fenders, and bob front fenders. Man, that was the cool bike. How'd I get on that? I'm talking about the steam bike here. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't do a lot for that because, like I said, I had to paint. I need to paint these copper or gold, either one I could find. And these back here will be painted silver. I just didn't have the glue to attach everything with. So I got all the parts made, big old pile of parts, and just had to put it together. This platform is going to have all kinds of steamy things on it, a couple of water cans, and tubing got to run everywhere. It's got to have a whole ton of tubing snaking all over the place. This piston's got one going in this end and one going in this end. It's a double one, like that. Somebody up front? No. Oh, that's a bird feeder. Man, I got a bird feeder hanging from my eaves, and when it gets empty, they land on it and then kick off of it so it slams into the house. Let me know. You might have heard that bump and let me know that their bird feeder's empty and I need to fill it. I got some pushy birds. Cardinals, redbirds, awesome. Avalanche, no thanks, I just had one. I'm going to leave him off and move him over here. Man, I like the way it's don't roll away. They wanted to. I better set it up there. Yeah, I like the way it's coming along. I moved the boiler behind. I went through like 100 different ways of getting the smoke up past his face where it wasn't blowing in his face. Although if you look at him, I don't think he would have minded. But then I thought, well, put the boiler behind. Also, a couple of commenters mentioned putting it in behind him too. And I was like, yeah, okay. And so I did. I forgot about this stupid thing. So stupid. Not me. This thing for once. This is that thing that come with the Volkswagen bus. The pizza one. See where it says serve? I said it comes with two of them. One you could put decals on and one you can paint the rays. But no, it's just all one. I didn't really look that close. And you know me, I am chronically wrong. You know, so you don't... I ought to have a disclaimer up at the beginning of this saying, don't take my word for anything because I am chronically wrong. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, I have, and since I don't have anything construction progress, I thought I would bring out a couple of future things that I want to work on in the future. Not yet, but they're lined up. Or things that I've started. Not a forgotten build, but I haven't forgot it. But this is silhouette. That's a thing. Look at that. Seriously, if you leave this off and just put this bubble on and use these wheels right here and then put a couple more back here. Come on, man. Don't that look like almost like the Diora? Only a lot. Diora made out of a pacer. I've always wanted to do something like that with that. That'd make a heck of a boat. Almost big enough to get in. But this is what I was working. I'm trying to clean this up. I don't like clamshell bodies where you have to glue it together after it's painted. Nope, because then you got a seam, and with me, you got a glue sticking out of the seam. I ain't that neat. So, let me move that back, get some distance on it. Yeah, so I've been working on this, and then I lost interest. I'll pull it back out one of these days. All I'm doing is just cleaning everything up. I'm molding this, it looks like I'm molding this in up here, and this. And not this. Just getting rid of the seams so far. But like I was saying, with the clamshell, I cut out the bottom, so I'm gonna make everything shove up through there like a normal model. I've always loved this car though, man. It is a design beauty, you know. It's a 10 in any book. That's for dadgum sure. Anyway, that's one of them stalled dealies. Not that interesting, I'm thinking, too. But I will get her done. I'll put that back over there. And the next one is a really good one, though. This 32 Ford Roadster. Yeah, buddy. Right here, we're going giant, big old instructions. I don't even need those. I can throw those away. I know where everything is. These are gorgeous, man. These are my style of flame. I used to paint flames all the time on everything. And these are the style I painted. That's them. Yellow into orange into red with the blue. Blue pinstripe around the outside. That's classic. I'm going to leave those out. I'm going to use those on something. I ain't using them on this. This 32. But it's got the Duval windshield, you know, the one that comes to a pointy up in the middle somewhere. Here it is. I found it. It's right here on the bottom. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. And them old-timey art cars, Art Deco. That's it. I've been trying to think of that word all day. Art Deco cards. I got the front fenders from a Auburn Speedster, the old Auburn boat tail Speedster. Where am I at? Okay, to go on here, I want to cover up a lot. I like maybe even put full fender skirts on the front. You know, just have them up a little bit at the bottom. What else do I got in here for this constructive nightmare? Other fender for the other side. I think this might be cool. This might be. Whoops, I almost lost one of my notes. This is a back fender. Wow, it would make a good front fender for something too. I'm telling you, man, these old... I got a bunch of these Lindbergh kits, the Auburn and the Cord, at the Dirty Chicken. No, Dirt Cheap. I called it the Dirty Chicken so long I forgot. Dirt Cheap. It was $3 a piece. And I bought all they had. I had a bunch of them there for a while, but I don't know more. And check this out, though. Put that back here. Somehow. Extend the trunk down. Yeah. Oh, that's what I want to make with them. Hollywood Art Deco cars out of that. How sweet it is. It really is. That'd be cool. I think it would be cool. But that's the future. That's in the future. Future. Okay, I got one more of those I want to show real quick. And then I got 3 builds. 2 of them old, one of them not so old. And I'll tell you while I tell this story or memory or whatever the heck it is. Monkeemobile. Yeah, I know. This thing just bugs me to death. I want it. I want to love it. I really do. I want to like it a lot. I want to love it. And there's parts of it I really do like. I like the front end. I don't like the headlights. I like the fender's shape and everything here, but this is ignorant. I wished he hadn't done that. And they all stick out in different angles, too. Looks like a last-minute thing, like, hey, wait a minute, let's shove a bunch of those. Well, we only got 10 minutes. Shove them in there and put some glue on them. You know, I just don't like them. The long quarter panels are awesome. That's ridiculous. That's a T-model roof on a spaceship-looking future car. That clashes. Oh, come on, box. There's another one of them really tight boxes. It's old, too. It is an old kit. Been around forever. But the other thing I don't like, and I'm going to bitch about it for a minute, is this hood. Why does it have to go down? They just wanted to show off more of the motor, and they didn't want to raise the motor up or do anything like that, so they took the easy way out and just flared the hood down to it. Plus, it had those pipes coming out from under the blower and going down somewhere. I don't know, but that was ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So, Kim, at Kim's Custom Garage from Tennessee, or Denmark, Tennessee, he fixed one of these. He put a roof on it from a regular GTO. Yeah, and some other parts, man. He made it look good. Me, I'm going to do something like that, but I'm going to take this back out, and I'm going to put a chopper. I'm going to make a chopper sit right here. Maybe 2 of them, one on each side. A pair of choppers back there, like he's hauling them around. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. That's what I'm thinking now. When I get around to it, ain't no telling what it'll be. But I think it'd make a great, like El Camino thing, sort of deal. Oh, it goes over here. Okay. I like to keep everything put up. I ain't messy. Oh, I sent out a shop card to a feller, and he doesn't have shop cards, so he sent me one of his business cards, which is Kent's Custom Cycle Paint. And there's his phone number. I guess he don't mind you to call him because he paints custom motorcycles. Very cool. Ah, that's nice. Oh, stuff on the back too. I like that. That's a nice looking picture right there. Oh, okay. Let me get it right. At Ken's, I could just get it to come in. There it goes. Kent's Crazy Cycle Paint. Right there. at. I don't know what this is. Maybe something. Okay, I give him a little shout out for his business there on account of I can. Okay, let me see. I met my cousin the other day, my cousin Barbara. Hadn't seen her in a while. You know, I don't date much, and she's got lots of lady friends and stuff. I asked her, I said, ain't you got any friends you could hook me up with? You know, somebody you want to get back at? And she said, no. I guess all her friends are married or ugly. I don't know. I'm tired. It's like, oh, it must be 1 o'clock. I usually go to bed like an old dude around 9. Okay. I got this. Let me just set him going. Na 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 na. Bat gas. Oh, bat gas would be awful. Smell like guano. What can I say? Except I do want to point something out. Look at his helmet. Got the red around the edge, and it's dusty. Dadgummit. I thought I dusted everything. I missed his helmet. It got bat ears on his helmet and the red stripe around it, and his mask worked into it. That was hard. That wasn't easy to do. Let me see. Underneath, yeah, no drive shaft. This too it's got a bat Bluetooth. That's straight axle and straight rear axle and ladder bars. Nope, traction bars. Oh, I even got shocks on it, man. The motor, yep. Naturally, it got red wires to go with the red pinstriping and black in the blower. And a neato scoop that seems to match it real good. That scoop looks a lot like the car, like it belongs. And the little bat emblems in the wheels. There's also one on the moon tank. For the lid of the moon tank. Okay, it's the bat gasser. And this is an old one. One of my old fellers. Looks like his pipe is dragging. Probably knocked it off, moving it around. I hate to get these out and move them around because something always coming off of them. I saw this guy on TV. Guy had this car on TV showing it. I think it was on Count's Customs. Looked just like this. I said, that is so cool, and I just happened to have one of those. So I whipped this up. It's been at least 10 years ago at least, or more. I really like, oh, don't knock the parts off. I really like the bullets in the middle of the hubcaps, in the middle of the hubs. The interior, you notice the rear window? Yeah, I knocked it out while I was wiping the dust off of it. Popped it right loose. Move it back a little more. Okay, and I'm just going to put, you guys have seen this a bunch of times, and I don't need to tell you too much about it while I tell this story, memory. I don't know if it's funny or not, but dadgummit, this is something that happened to me at the Ford place. Yeah, I coughed there too. Let me make sure I didn't forget something over here. Checking my notes. Nope, that was it. Amongst all the other hats I wore at the Ford place, custom trucks, custom painting, regular body work, finding water leaks and squeaks and wind noises, doing warranty repair. They also adding awnings to motorhomes, you know, that roll-out awning on the side. Not an easy thing to put on. And it was raining. I usually do it just outside my stall, you know, before you come in. and because they're so big. But it was raining, so I had to do it up there in the service department, which has got the higher doors, ceiling. And the service department ain't the best place. Everybody's kind of snooty up there. And we was parked right in the middle. He parked that thing right in the middle of the everything, where everybody had to go around it. And I drug out he had the haunting kit with him there. And I drug it out of the thing and set it down in a long box, split the box open and drug out the awning. And then you got to attach these things at the bottom that the legs sit on. And while I was doing that, the guy that owns it was right here, right over my shoulder. I mean, I could feel his breath on the back of my neck. Now, you know what you're doing, right? Yeah, I know. I've done this a bunch of times. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, there's a guy down the street puts these on every day. He'd do it in no time. I said, oh, that's good for him. Now, I've done this before. I can do it. And I went and got a drill bit because you got to drill a couple holes there. Is that a 7/32 drill bit? It says in the instruction. He was reading the instructions and telling me how to do it off the instructions the whole time I was working. Over and over, everything I did, he had to question. Are you doing that right? You know, if you don't know how to do this, there's a guy, and he said this at least 10 times. There's a guy down the street that does it all the time. He put it in there with no problem. I said, okay, yeah, whatever. And I swear he just kept going and going. About a half hour into it, I had everything laid out, ready to just start assembling it. You had all the sub-assemblies bolted together. And he said it one too many times. He said, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, I can take that guy down the street, and he'll put it together. He'll have it done in no time. That was one time too many. You know, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, and I can stand up to a lot of stuff. But dadgum, almost an hour of listening to that crap. So I just neatly stood up calmly, picked up all the parts and put them back in the box, put the awning back in the box, and slid it up inside the motorhome, closed the door, and said, there you go. You can take this down the street to that guy that can do it. And he looked at me so amazed and pissed off. His face turned red, and he turned around and went stomping off to the office. And I heard later that he busted in there and told Kenneth, the big owner there, so you gotta go down there and fire that guy. He smarted off to me, and he ain't putting my awning on. And Kenneth already knew what was going on because he was a good boss. He was very, very perceptive. He handed the guy the keys to a demo car and $20 and told him to go get some lunch and kick back for a while, and it'd be ready when he gets back. And the guy said, oh, all right, but you need to fire that guy. And then Kenneth come down to the body shop. I done went back to work. And he come down and said, okay, I got rid of him. You can go up and put it on now. I said, thank you, Kenneth. You're a good dude. And he just smiled real big. And I walked up there and drug the stuff out. And I had it up there in no time without him micromanaging over my shoulder. Has that ever happened to any of you guys while you're trying to do a job? Any kind of job? Some guy standing over you, watching you, telling you how to do it, or micromanaging, as they say now. Uh-oh, my battery just got low. That's okay, I'm done. Like, share, you know what your mom says, share with your buddies. And comment. I need the comments, man. I'm addicted. I'm kind of like a comment-holic now. And what's the other thing? Like. No. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Dadgummit, it's free. Why don't you want something that's free? My dad never turned down anything that was free. He would take a bucket of poop if it was free. Anyway, I'm off on another thing. I will see y'all. Love everybody, man. All my commenters and all my peeps and everybody. Later. Bye.